In this video, I'm going to go over all of the different color coding options that I will be using in my Cultivate What Matters PowerSheets. Hi, I'm Kristen, and I post functional planning videos on my channel a few times a week. If you're like me and you need a gentle reminder to just keep it simple, please make sure you're subscribed, and I'll be right back. I love colors, and I love stationery and markers and pens and highlighters, all of that stuff. I also love the idea of color coding, and it's one of those things that I haven't been super great at doing, but I want to give it like a real shot and see if it's something that will help me organize things in a more functional way. And I just love the idea of matching colors. So I wanted to try out some things to see what would work well with the goal color scheme that Cultivate What Matters kind of lays out here in the PowerSheets. And the best spot, I think, in the PowerSheets to see that is on the Cultivated Life Evaluation spread on pages 8 and 9. Each area has its own color, and it's very subtle, so if you didn't want to use that kind of color coding, or if it just didn't matter to you, you don't have to do that. It's just, so it's super subtle and it's totally optional. And but I just wanted to match. I like matchy things, and I like any excuse to play with stickers and highlighters. So let's go ahead and try this out. So I'm gonna go over some of the things I have here, and actually, okay, here, let me get these as well. So I'm gonna go over some of the things that I have here to kind of give you an idea of what we're working with. So stickers here, we've got the tending tape, the CLE tending tape from Cultivate What Matters. And I have a selection of highlighters and dot markers. Most of the highlighters are mild liners, but I do have two Erin Condren highlighters that come from the dual tip, dual ink set. That's the rainbow set, which is a color highlighter and a black fine tip marker on the other side. All of the mild liners came in the basic, I think it was a set of 12. All of them came in that except this color here. This one I bought separately, and this was called Rose Coral. No, it's called Coral Pink. But all the other ones came in that set. So the stickers that I have are Planner Kate, and these are the they're like doodle dots, and they're sheets V58, and I have the Erin Condren Bold colorway and the Erin Condren Muted colorway. And that is because my regular everyday planner is an Erin Condren planner, and I do like to follow that monthly color scheme in that planner. And so these work for that planner, but I have figured out which of these colors also works with the Cultivate What Matters stuff, so that I could kind of make it work the best for me and I don't have to buy a bunch of different things. However, I also have the Cultivate What Matters stickers, and this is the goal setting sticker book from the current release, and this has the newer color coding stickers in it. And this is the color, this like purpley blue color that is actually missing from this is the color coding sticker book. And that color is missing from this book, and it's mostly this like sky blue kind of color. So if we go to the dot pages, you can see the difference there. Let me see if I can't open these up. Yeah, so you can see the difference there. So I'm gonna set the older color coding sticker book off to the side because I'm not going to use that. I just wanted to show you the difference. And then I'm going to pull out the one of the dot sheets from here, because these I will just keep in the pocket of my PowerSheets. And so I'm going to pull out one, if I can. Let's see if I can get that out without totally ripping up the book. If I do rip up the book, oh well. I was thinking about taking all of these out anyway, because the way I plan, it would just be easier. I could use my slice tool. Let's just break the spine on the sticker book. Here we go. That works better for me. Okay, so we've got that sheet pulled out, and this is still intact pretty much, no big deal. So there's that, and then we've got these, and then let's get going. The one other thing I haven't showed you yet is a sticky note. This is my freebie color coding key sticky note, and you can use this for anything, but I am going to use it for my PowerSheets right now. I'm going to take one off of here. So what it is you're going to get a one sheet PDF, and it's going to have a spot for 2 sticky notes. And all you do is you print out the sheet, and then you take your blank 3x3 sticky notes and you set it over top of that. You take the sticky note off the pad and you put it, you put your blank one right on top, and then you feed it back through the printer and just print it again, and then it'll print these right on top. So that is, I'll link my Facebook group in the description, and then you can join the Facebook group and find this in the group for download, as well as some other freebies, like I have the January monthly calendar sticky notes in there as well. So I'm gonna grab this and we will start color coding. What I want to do first is I'm going to place the, let's set these off to the side, but let's take the tending tape, I think, and I'm going to put the tending tape, I think right here. So the way I have this laid out is you could use this in a bunch of different ways. I have space here for dots that will work for the stickers. Either set of stickers will fit on these dots. The boxes here are sized for the tending tape, so they'll fit perfectly in there. It's also very similar in size to the highlighter, so you can just fill that in with the highlighter. And so I think I'm gonna do a sticker on this circle, tending tape on this line of boxes. We're going to put the highlighter here and then the dot marker here. And then that way I can fill in my category on the highlighted one. And then I will just have all of my options on this handy sticky note that I can just keep in my PowerSheets, and I can move it around as I need it, or it can just stick to the inside of like the cover or wherever I want to put it because it's a sticky note. So let's get these going first. And I think I'm going to go in just like rainbow order. I'm going to start with this pink color, and this is for family. And like I said, you can change your colors around, and I'm just going with the colors that are like in the PowerSheets. So let's put the tending tape right here. And I'm just going to use my ruler to cut it. So we've got family, and let's do work and learning with this coral color. The other thing I like about this sticky note that I designed is that I can use it for other things. Like I don't have to just use it for my PowerSheets. I'm also going to use it to figure out my Erin Condren colors as well, I think. There are only 8, but I can get like each month here, and then I would have like 4 extra for how, other things that I color code. Okay, and then what's next? We want to do like the community. This is like an orangey, kind of tannish orange color. It's interesting how this one like reads differently depending on like what highlighters and markers you use with it. So we've got that one, and then yellow is faith and personal development, or spiritual and personal development. So you can kind of use that, whatever your faith tradition is. I'm using it for personal development and habits and such. Okay, and then this color green for health. And this is like a more teal green, and that is for home and spaces. And then I suppose we'll do this lighter blue, and this is finances. And I know a lot of people have said like blue doesn't mean finances to them, like green means finances and blue means health and just other things. Red means health to a lot of people, but like I said, just change them, make it what you want, because it's so subtle in the PowerSheets and it's not even like on your tending list or anything like that. So if a different color means something different to you, you can always just change it. The only time I think you even see those colors on the PowerSheets are on the Cultivated Life evaluation. So now this last one is this purpley blue color, and this is like the change of color for this year. And this is the freebie category, like you make it whatever you want. And mine is just fun and recreation, which is the category that they removed to make room for like a blank category, but I'm just using it as the same thing. So now let's do the dot stickers, and I'm not going to use these after I spent all that time tearing this out. I'm going to use the Planner Kate ones because these are the exact same color. So I don't really need to put these here, but these are going to go in my PowerSheets pocket, so it's fine that they're torn out. I want to see which Planner Kate colors match. And what's really cool about this is that Planner Kate has so many types of stickers, and I have my sticker book here. So all of Planner Kate's stickers follow certain color schemes. And so like I said, I'm using the Erin Condren Bold and the Erin Condren Muted, but there's also a Planner Kate color scheme, which I do have a set of stickers here that follow that. So there are some other colors that are slightly more lined up with the Cultivate What Matters colors in the Planner Kate colorway. However, I already know I always get the Erin Condren colorways, and so I wanted to make that work for me. So, but like I was saying, it's really great because these stickers you will have so many different options for stickers that you can put in your season by season planner or in your PowerSheets that will match that colorway. So, but right now we're just going to indicate those colors with these here, and the bold colorway matches most of them. And then I'm going to use, I think, only one color from the muted colorway, and that's the blue for finances. But let's go ahead and get started moving these over. So I have a couple of tools here that I like to use when I'm working with stickers, planner stickers. They come from my Cricut tool set, and they came in the same set. So this is a set of tweezers, and this is like a lifter, and it's meant to get stuff off of your Cricut cutting mat, but this is like the perfect thing to get stickers. If you want to remove a sticker, this gets right up under it. And so I can't live without these two things. I never use them when I use my Cricut, like at all. I only use them when I'm planning. And the great thing about these tweezers is they're always closed, and you just push them to open them. So if you pick up a sticker and you don't have anywhere to put it yet, you can just set this down and it's not going to drop your sticker. So let's get moving. So this is the February color for Erin Condren, and this is the bold set. So this is the one that is going to match the planner perfectly, the Erin Condren planners. And then the muted set is just like a more, a muted version of those colors. But I like the bold version because I think it lines up way better in like the saturation level of colors that you get with the Cultivate What Matters stuff. And then there's this, the Work and Learning is going to line up with your May color here. And Community is going to line up with the October color. And your Spiritual and Personal Development lines up with August. Health lines up with you've got a few options here depending on like how it reads. So this is the June color, and I feel like June matches the home and spaces a little better. We've also got the January, which is kind of a darker version of that, and then we've got March, which is it's a little too pastel for me, but I think I'm gonna go with December, which is more of a lime green, but it's closer to the green that Cultivate What Matters uses, and it matches better with the highlighters and dot markers that I have. So that's the color I'm using. And once they're next to each other, it looks a lot closer in color. And then the other option here, I guess we're gonna use the muted June, I think, looks a little more close to this Home and Spaces color. So we'll do muted June. And then for Finances, this is like a pale, like powder blue. And we don't really have an exact match in these, but for me, I am going to go with the muted November or the muted July. And I think July is a little closer, and it also helps that the highlighters and the dot markers that I'm gonna use kind of like tie those together. So I think muted July is gonna be the better choice there. And now seeing them on the paper together, they look like almost exact. All right, and then this purpley color, which has been kind of hard to match. I think some people have struggled finding. I have found that this purple color for April in Erin Condren matches like spot on. And there's two options. We've got the saturated, more bold version, or we've got the muted version. And I think either way will go, but let's just do the muted version. And I don't know, now that I'm looking at it, they are a little close together, and I might go, let's see if the bold version looks a little different. Yeah, that looks better to me next to the Finances color. I thought that the Finances color was a little too close to the muted April once they were next to each other. Those are the Planner Kate dots in the Erin Condren bold and muted colorways, and I feel like they just match so well. And what I like about these is that they are repositionable. So if I make a mistake or I need to move something, I can easily move it and it's not gonna rip my paper and I don't have to worry about it. And the other thing I like about it is that they match my other planner, so I'm not having to buy a lot of different sets of things. These go on sale often. I also have a coupon code in the description that you can use to save 20%, and they match everything. Like I said, all of these things. I have my reusable sticker book laid out. This is also from Planner Kate, but I have it organized by the Erin Condren colorway. So you can see here, if I need a sticker to go with like a family theme in any of my planners, I could always flip to February because I know that color is gonna match, and any of these other monthly colors, right? They're gonna match. And it's something that, for me, it keeps it simple by not having to have a ton of different options. I love the Cultivate What Matters sticker books. I think they have the most beautiful florals and everything. And I love that the flags fit perfectly in the PowerSheets and everything. And I love that I can just take this sheet and keep it in there to use and not have to flip through sticker books. But I also love the option of having all of the different matching Planner Kate stickers as well. So now let's move on to the markers and highlighters here. So I am going to go in order. Let's do the dot markers. So these are Zig clean color dot markers. These are kind of pricey. I actually avoided buying these for years. Just because of how pricey they are. I tried another brand called Ohuhu, and those are very affordable on Amazon, but I don't care for them as much. They're very saturated and pigmented, and they bled through the paper. Even my thick Erin Condren paper, they bled through quite a bit. The colors also didn't really line up to most things I was doing. And with the color dots, the Zig color dots, I've found that they just match more things and I'm using them more. So even though I saved money on the Ohuhu markers, I wasn't using them, so it was still kind of a waste. So I recommend maybe putting these on a wish list, maybe asking them for like the next gift giving occasion or using a gift card or something if you're uncomfortable with the price. But I think they're great. So this is the red, no, salmon. Yeah, so this one is salmon, and this is the color I am using for family. It's not a perfect match, and I feel like it matches the work and learning a little better, but for the options that I have, it's best for family. And then the one called Island Coral is the one I'm using for work and learning. And that works well once they're on the page and you can see them next to the other colors. It makes like, it looks like it's supposed to be that color. And then this is the weird one. So this one is called Fawn and it looks tan, but when I get it on the paper next to the color for Community, it like looks like it works. Like it's just a very light kind of orangey tan color, and it works for me in my brain. It reads that color, and I am overcoming perfectionism, and so I'm not letting it bother me that it's not a perfect match. It honestly doesn't need to be perfect. Like if your brain is going to assign that color where it needs to go. So yellow, what is this one called? This one is called Summer Sun, and that's the one I'm using for spiritual and personal development. And Kiwi is the one I'm using for health. And Splash. Yes, this Splash color, I'm out of order here. Oh no. The rainbow order I had set up isn't right. So let's fix that. Okay, so what's next? Ocean is for home and spaces, and that's like a perfect match. And what's next? Splash. I think I have these mixed up too. So yeah, I did. Okay, so Denim is the one that I am using for finances, and it's darker. So this is really the only one that doesn't match well. This does come with a set of, this set does come with a gray one. So the gray could work if you want it to, but honestly, I'm okay with this denim color being the blue for finances. And then the very last one is the freebie category, and I'm using it for fun and recreation. And this is the color Splash, and I feel like that's a perfect match for that. So those are my dot markers. And next we have highlighters. So let's go with the, some of mine have the names in English and some of them don't have the names. So I don't really have the names on all these, but they come in the basic pack. Like I said, everything except for the coral paint comes all together in that basic pack that I have in my Amazon favorites, which you can find linked in the description. So this is the color I'm using for family. And it's just like the reddish color. And then Coral Pink is the one that I purchased separately. You can get these separate on jet pens. I actually found mine in person separately at, what is that store called? Pop Shelf or something like that? I think it's called Pop Shelf. If it's not Pop Shelf, I'll put it on the screen what it's called. But you can also get individual mild liners at Michael's. I don't know if they have this color, but I do know they sell them individually there. So this is called Coral Pink. For Community, I'm using Persimmon. No, not Persimmon, Vermilion. For Community, I'm using Vermilion, and this is more of an orangey color, but it's as close as I can get to this kind of orangey yellow. It's not a perfect match. It would probably match the work and learning better, but like I said, it's just gonna have to work. It works for me once I see everything on the page. And I tend to use these more, so as long as these match each other, I'm reaching for these more just because it's more convenient. And so as long as those match, it works for me. For the yellow, for personal development, I'm just using the color Gold for personal and spiritual development. And for health, I'm using this green one that doesn't have the name written in English, but it's like the pastel lime green kind of color. And for Home and Spaces, I'm using this color Mermaid from the Erin Condren pack. And that matches perfectly. For Finances, I'm using dark blue in the mild liner. And that matches perfectly as well. Even though it's dark blue, it's not really that dark. And you can see that when they're all next to each other, they all look like they go together. And now for the very hardest one to find to match this bluish purple color, this is the color Iris from that Erin Condren dual tip, dual ink marker rainbow pack. I'll link this in the description because there are a few and it is a little confusing to figure out which one is the one, but it's the rainbow pack. And this color Iris is perfect. Very much perfect. And it's convenient that you actually get this fine tip marker on the other side as well. So, and then these two come in the same pack, so you have those matching colors as well. So that is my color coding key for my PowerSheets. All of these are things that I already owned and I use all the time. So even though I couldn't get everything in one single pack, these are items that I definitely use, not just for PowerSheets. So that's why, like, it was important to me to not have like all different pens and then as many pens as possible to match in a single set. That's what I went for, and this was like the most economical way to get all of the colors to work perfectly here. There are some colors that I might change if I have the opportunity to get like a color that matches the community color a little better. I would switch out this coral pink and give vermilion to Work and Learning if I could find like this community color in a highlighter. I do have some other highlighters here. Let's try, I have this orange. It's called Nectarine, that comes with the Erin Condren variety pack I mentioned. And then I also have an orange that came with one of the other variety packs. Actually, I don't have an orange, that's a yellow. And I think when I tried that in the past, it wasn't the right color. Let's just do it on this sheet of paper. See, it's more of like a neon, like fluorescent kind of orange, and I just didn't like it together. And so that's why I didn't choose that one. But if you don't mind that, that's also in this pack as well. So that's an option. In the next video, I'm gonna do the same concept with my other little color coding sticky note on my freebie sheet here. I'm gonna do the same concept, but with my Erin Condren planner. So if you use Erin Condren products, stay tuned for that to see which colors work best with each month. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it, please consider subscribing because I post functional planning videos on my channel a few times a week. And if you liked this one, you're probably gonna like those ones too. And I would love to see you in the next one. Until then, embrace your imperfections and just be you. Bye. I totally forgot to write in the names of each category. So let's do that real quick. Family, work, community, personal, health, home, finances, and fun. Okay, that's it. Bye.